Yeah. We are on air, Lance. Okay, excellent. Okay, let's have a look at me. I'll get here. Okay. Hello, everybody. I hope that you can see us and hear us okay. You'll be looking at me at the moment in my studio in Newcastle, England, and I have on the line from not Santa Van Nuys, but it's Santa Clarita in North Los Angeles, the one and only Mr. Lance Lerman. So we're going to switch over to Lance. Lance, you're live. Hello there. How are you doing?
I'm live.
Yes.
I'm alive.
You are,
I'm
yes.
doing good. Saturday morning here at the shop.
Great.
Doing the Saturday thing.
Well, thanks very much for joining us, Lance. We appreciate it, and I've been preparing people.
How you feel at the end?
Yes. I've been preparing people for the interview on Facebook. So, and I'm just, okay. So Facebook can now see.
Tell me, keeping a bottle of ibuprofen nearby?
Yeah, right. Okay, so Lance, tell me, the very first guitar that you built, was that an LSL, or did you do something prior to LSL? How did it work out?
Yeah, I did a long time ago. A long time ago in Berkeley, California, in the 70s, about 75. Hold on, I'll grab one.
Okay, great.
I got it. It's here.
Oh, wow.
It's dusty.
Right.
But this is the only guitar I have from a company that I was part of, LSL Instruments. I was the L.
Right.
And Joe Dietz was the D.
Mm-hmm.
And he taught me a lot about making guitars, and so did another guy, Max Ivy.
Yeah.
And back then we were doing these, straight through body, straight through neck.
Yeah.
And, you couldn't, it was very hard to buy parts. We didn't have any computer technology. This is all made by hand.
Right.
But, I didn't, tone-wise, I don't think so.
Right.
It's pretty.
Yeah, and then you the very first LSL, the guitar that you bought a guitar on eBay that didn't arrive, and that was like the thing that started the whole thing rolling.
Well, yeah, I was playing a lot. I had just come back from China, and I was doing a lot of playing in China at night. I ran a big factory during the day, and so when I came back from China, I wanted to buy a good guitar, because the guitar I was playing, sounded like somebody coughing into a pillow.
Right.
What I thought I did was I bought a 73 Telly on eBay, and I got completely ripped off.
Right.
So there went the guitar money. Had a shop in the garage. Me and my wife are both really decent woodworkers.
Right.
We have his and her table saws.
Uh-huh.
And so I figured I'd make one.
Yeah.
And I had to do it all by hand,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I spent months and months making jigs, and I
Yeah.
didn't want to buy anything I could make, so this is what happened.
Wow.
This was all by hand, and I had to make lots of jigs for this, the fret slots, the body front, the back, the arch, the fingerboard arch.
Yeah.
I made a jig for that. Got all the strings on it.
Fantastic. So
anyway,
is that the first one?
This is it.
Wow.
This is number one.
Jeez, that's fantastic. Could we see? I beg your pardon.
Too.
Could we see the headstock? Could we just see the top of the neck? Or is that not allowed? Okay.
You can see it. What are they going to do? Sue me?
Yeah,
anyway, so I did that.
Right. Okay.
But to make sure nobody ever thought it was a real Fender, I also did that.
Right.
And this was just for my personal use, and I never sold it. And, I wouldn't, because it's got, doesn't have my name on it. Now, I had no intention of going into the godforsaken guitar business.
Mm-hmm.
But people seem to like this one a lot.
Yeah.
And I did too.
Yeah.
You know, in fact, I kept it.
Right.
So this is number one.
You know, Lance, I think that the reason people wouldn't think that as a Fender because it'll be so much better than a Fender, I would suspect.
Well, you know, and when I first did that on this guitar,
yeah,
I almost fell over. I mean,
right.
it sounded so different from the guitar I'd been playing.
Yeah.
But you know, you build it yourself. You spend months and months building this thing, and I was looking for a job back in China at the time, and I was trying to get a big U.S. furniture company to give me a cushy job in China.
Yeah.
And so I was doing interviews and stuff, and but I was making this mostly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was so I couldn't believe how good it was because that's, you know, but I'd done it before. I've been in woodworking my whole life. I know wood. So I got lucky.
It's fantastic.
Everything did seem to work.
So did you model that? Is that the guitar that you modeled it on a 53 and you like you measured the 53 the original 53 Telecaster and in a store or something like that?
Right, that was Cal Vintage Guitars, and it had become sort of my home away from home. I used to hang out there a lot because lots of cool people and guitars, old guitars, new guitars. It was a great. It's a great shop, and it still is. And a guy who worked there was a friend of mine, Tommy K, and he told me when I could measure that 52 they had, so I did. I spent hours in there measuring.
Yeah.
You know, they're thinking, who the hell's that guy? What's he doing?
Yes.
You know, they thought I was going to come in with a tape measure or something, or a camera. I don't know, but I measured everything. You know. And then Tommy said on the way out, he said, "Listen, if you ever get it done, bring it by and I'll have a look."
Yeah.
And so, you know, I did that. And I went, oh, my God.
Yeah.
And then you start thinking, well, you know, I made it myself. I really want it to be good. So I'm bullshitting myself into thinking it's good.
Right.
But there's one guy I could bring it to, and that would be Tommy K.
Yeah.
He's now with Imperial Guitars in Burbank. But Tommy would not pull any punches. I knew that.
Yeah.
So I brought it to him, and he asked me, could you make another?
Yeah.
And I did. And he sold it in, I think it was the first one went in a few hours, and then next one after that took 2 days. And, and you know, I was selling guitars, and making them in the garage still, and that's when Avi Shabbat came to kind of apprentice with me and work, and so we did it out of the garage for a while until one fateful NAMM, a phone call.
Yeah.
Andy Brower was a kind of a noted guitar repairman here in LA, and he called me up and said Elmwood Amps from Sweden had 5 feet of their booth at NAMM,
right?
And they wanted to rent it out, and so did I want to rent it?
Yeah,
and it was only 5 feet, you know.
Yeah.
Porta potties are bigger,
right?
And so I thought about it, and you know, I said, well, hell, I haven't been to NAMM in a long time, and it's cheap. Might as well give it a shot. What the heck? But I initially thought it was just for fun, really, and nothing would come of it because, you know, we didn't have gorgeous bimbos and lasers and you know, acrylic clear displays and shit like that. We just made something and went down.
Yeah.
And by the end of 4 days at NAMM, I had Japanese distribution, European distribution, and I don't know, a bunch of dealers. I don't know how many, but it was a bunch, and it was way too much for me to stay in the garage.
Right.
So all of a sudden, like it or not, I had a guitar company.
Yes.
And so I found that building in Van Nuys, and we moved in there and became a guitar company.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
Well, you build guitars, I play guitars. We're both probably mad as hatters, you know. But
Yeah, really.
I remember the first time.
You win the IQ contest, Paul.
I remember being in that hotel. Now, what was the name of that hotel? The Airtel up in a Van Nuys on the corner.
Yeah, at the airport.
Yeah, the first time that I met you, and I was kind of waiting in the lobby of the hotel, and you pulled in this car, and you opened the door, and this big cloud of sawdust came out of the car door before you. And I thought,
yeah, that I'm like Pigpen that way. The cloud of sawdust is still embracing me.
Yeah, and I thought that must be the guy who builds the guitars. And I don't know if you remember, we went to that diner up the road, and there was a guy with B-bender for his registration plate, and we sat in that diner, and we said, I wonder. You said, see if we can guess who the guy with. Do you not remember that he had B-bender for his license plate on his car? And we sat in the diner and we looked at all of the people in the diner and thought, I wonder if we could guess
who was the B-bender dude.
Yeah, and you got it. You were right. You said it's him, and we spoke to him in the line on the way out, and it was him. You know, it's like, yeah, that's
I could smell a B-bender player a mile away because that guitar I played before this, was a B-bender.
Right. So
it's sitting right over there.
So I'm like playing these guitars, Lance, more or less exclusively. Oh, oh wow, my goodness gracious, right. Insane.
So anyway,
you've
been? I'm sorry.
Just quickly, I would just say, do you think that with a B-bender guitar like that, Lance, do you think that having all of that wood cut out of the back of the guitar, do you think that detracts having the luxury, having that B-bender? Do you think having all of that wood cut out of the back to facilitate it detracts from the quality of the tone in any way, or does it not make much difference? Or
well, based on these two guitars, absolutely.
Right.
It can't not. Right. You're making too many changes to the basic structure of the instrument for it not to have a very big effect on it.
Right.
You know, everything has some effect.
Yeah.
You know, the bigger the thing, the more the effect generally, right? Yeah. So if you're going to crowd out the body, that's going to change the entire character of the thing.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
That's, you know, a hollow body versus a solid body, you know, completely different characters and feel and everything else. And the B-bender does the same, except worse. Mm-hmm. Because now you're replacing all that stuff with a lot of metal.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Yeah.
You can learn to dance with one of those.
So I just want to say to the viewers who may be tuned in either live or who may watch this conversation later on. We're talking to Lance Lerman, and Lance builds all of the guitars that you see me play, the Stratocasters that you see me play, called Satakoys, named after the Satakoy, is it Satakoy Boulevard? Satakoy Street. This is the man who built those guitars. The red signature guitar, the white Stratocaster, and the sunburst guitar. People come up and say, what's that guitar? Where's that guitar from? Now, here is the man. This is the man himself. This is Lance Lerman, who built those guitars. I think you're the best builder I know. There are other builders out there, but I don't know who they are who would build a Strat like this.
Well, thanks, Paul. And having you play him is a great honor. Well, and we love that.
Yeah,
I've known you for a while, and I've always loved your playing. You're the man.
Yeah. I think I've known you. For about 10 years, Lance. Now, can you believe that? It was 2008.
I don't know how long it is, but it's been a while.
Yeah. I
think we met at NAMM.
Yeah. Yes. Is there somebody wanting to call you?
My cameraman's getting a phone call here.
Who is? Your cameraman, right?
My cameraman.
So
yeah, I'm still pissed about the makeup girl thing.
Oh, well, I tell you, Lance, nobody would have, if you hadn't said anything, everyone would have said that makeup girl was fantastic, wasn't she? Lance looked great. So could we see some guitars in development? Could we have a little look around the factory maybe and just talk us around?
Sure. The cameraman is
Talking on the phone.
is messaging me because Eric, the guy holding the camera,
Yeah.
has the business across the way there it's an RC car track.
Right.
Pretty cool.
Right.
It's really cool. So anyway, I snagged him to hold the camera so I wouldn't have to.
Right. Right.
You know, I have trouble, you know, chewing gum and walking at the same time.
Right. Right. I'm just having a look to see what's happening online with the interview, Lance. Yeah, great.
How we doing, Paul? How we doing?
Yeah, people are tuning in. Yeah, so okay, Lance, let's have a look around the factory and
Okay.
let's see what's happening.
All right.
Yeah.
With me.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Eric, by the way. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'll do anything for Lance. Not only is he a master guitar builder, he builds the best wooden RC car jumps in the industry.
Does he really? Yeah, and he's a gentleman at the same time. That's a good thing. Okay, Topanga.
Topanga neck, yes.
Right.
We fret him before we glue him in. This
Right.
one's Karina.
Right.
You can see, you know.
Here, Lance, can you angle that light? It's making a horrible glare.
Oh.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah, yeah.
So it'll go back for neck shaping, and then we'll glue it up later.
Yeah, yeah. Fantastic.
So anyway, let's start with the wood.
Yes, please. It's the quietest I've ever seen it, Lance.
I'm sorry, say again?
That's the quietest I've ever seen this factory, ever.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I can make it noisy for you in just a second. Anyway, so our lumber, you got to start with lumber. Now, you're going to put the exact same amount of work into a guitar with bad lumber as you are in a guitar with good lumber. So you might as well start with the best.
Right.
And we do.
Right.
You know, I've been in the wood business since I left Berkeley in 1983.
Right.
And I was in the wood business there too, making guitars.
Yeah.
Shitty ones, but good guitars. So anyway, so we start with great lumber.
Mm-hmm.
And this alder comes from Oregon. There's a guy up there who has some special super secret drying technique that makes it about 10% lighter.
Yeah.
And the tone just sings out of that stuff.
Yeah.
As you probably know.
Yes, I do.
So, incredible alder that nobody else gets that I know of. That's for sure.
Nice.
And then I just grabbed a piece of our maple for necks.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, Paul, that if there's better lumber than this, I haven't seen it, and I wouldn't know where to get it.
Really?
It's about as good as I can imagine.
Wow.
Straight as an arrow, really tight grain, quarter sawn.
Yeah.
Pretty incredible stuff. Look at this. You see that vertical grain there?
Not too clear, no. Oh, yeah. Fantastic. Wow, that's tight. That's amazing.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Now, that's the first one off the pile. I didn't put it there. But, so anyway, the point is, you start with incredible stuff. Here's some bird's eye. See that?
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Yeah.
So, that's about as good of lumber as I can imagine.
Yes. Yes.
Ash, we get the lightest stuff available these days. And it's getting heavier because there's such competition for it all over the world.
Right.
But seeing as I put a lot of lumber guys' kids through college,
right,
I have some real good connections.
Right.
I still do, because I've been in woodworking. I had a factory with 200 people.
Yeah.
Before I went to China, and so we used a lot of lumber, an immense amount of lumber, and so lumber guys tend to remember that.
Yeah, right.
They still are my friends, and I can still get great connections for great lumber.
Yeah.
That's an advantage that I have, thankfully.
Well,
there's
the best way that I can describe your guitars, Lance, is they have like a crispness to them. There's a crisp, it's like the sparkle.
I kind of, and that it starts from the lumber.
Yeah, yeah.
So and then we're making the same guitar, the same shape, and the same material as other companies that have been doing it for 6 years, who will remain, by the way, unmentioned.
Completely nameless, yes.
But in order to make that same guitar with the same materials so much better that it sells itself in a store when nobody's heard of it, they go, "What's that?"
Yeah.
And most people would automatically assume, me included, that it would be some Korean or Asian knockoff or something like that.
Yeah.
But they play it, and that's how I've sold just about every guitar we've made.
Yeah.
Because the guitars have to sell themselves. That's a given.
Yeah.
It has to happen. Right.
Yeah.
And second, and so in order to do that, you have to do every single thing great.
Yeah.
And stack up a bunch of pennies in every operation, everything we do.
Yeah.
And in the end, you got something very noticeable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Completely different. And that's the secret to not telling the actual secrets.
Yes. Yes. Well, the secret's the artistry, Lance. The secret is the artistry. Before
and all our people have the same vision of making guitars.
Yeah.
I think.
I had a guitar sponsorship, which I took up with kind of, it will remain nameless, but I took up this guitar sponsorship with kind of reservations, and I was guaranteed I would get a great guitar. And I'm not going to name names, but all of the ingredients were right. The lumber was great. It was like Seymour Duncan pickups. It was this. It was that. It was thin skin. Nitrocellulose. But it didn't do it. It didn't do it because all the ingredients were right, but it was the wrong chef, Lance. And that's the secret. That's the secret.
Let's hope that's the secret, Paul.
Yeah, right.
Going with me.
Yeah.
So, actually, I teach a lot of people here. You can't help but teach them. You have to teach them. So a lot of guys are learning from me how to make guitars, like Avi Shabbat did, and several others. And they don't learn everything from me. I mean, obviously they have aptitude. They're good. But you can always be better. And, having guys like you that really know guitars is really immensely helpful.
Yeah. Good.
Because there's one basic truth to this whole thing, and that is my opinion of our guitars means nothing. It's only your opinion, and everybody else is out there plays guitar. It's their opinion that matters, and that's the only one that matters.
Yeah.
So having you and guys like you that give us feedback and can hear the difference and feel the difference is great.
Yeah.
And very helpful.
Yeah.
So, listen to your customers.
Yeah. Right. Well, I am as satisfied a customer as you're ever going to get. So,
and probably the hairiest one too now.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, I used to shave my head and I used to shave my beard, and I thought that was like the best way to save money on a barber bill, and I realized that this is even cheaper. Don't even shave your head and shave your beard once every month or something. Yeah, don't even.
And you don't need a lunch bag either. You can just snack right up.
Yeah, I get pasta in me beard. Yeah.
Yeah, you can keep a crumpet under there.
Yeah. So just the thing about the music, we talk about the music business and that, Lance. It's changed, and it's like what I'm doing here is I'm kind of trying. trying to reinvent myself, but looking for ways to be creative and artistic and reach people. Because the pubs aren't booking gigs, the people aren't going to the pubs to see the gigs, you know, but everybody's online. So I've kind of had this awakening or this revelation that, you know, you can contact the whole world on broadband, basically. I can play the guitar here and reach the world. And hopefully the plan is to get the numbers up, to start getting some kind of income from this. This is what I'm trying to do, and inviting you on.
You know what?
Yeah.
Most of the world has, you know, we're all going to have to adapt.
Yeah.
You know, and adapt quickly, it seems.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you're right.
Yeah.
People don't leave the home anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't go to gigs.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, I get the sense that that's changing some.
I hope so.
That people, that yeah, you know, here in LA, there's so much competition. We get sort of a skewed vision, a view of things.
Yeah.
Because if you're not some superstar, then who cares, right?
Yeah, right. That's right.
But I get the sense that maybe it's because I speak to guys like you all the time and musicians all over the world who are making a decent living.
Yeah.
You know, some of them.
Yeah.
So I guess sort of get a skewed vision of some of that.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't go out because I live too far away, and I like to drink.
Yeah. So what about?
I'm crazy that way.
What about? Have you got any finished guitars there, Lance? Guitars that are ready to ship?
I got guitars all over. Well, anyway, have a look at the. Here's necks being glued up with rosewood.
Wow. Nice.
Baked maple, curly, straight.
Yeah.
Regular maple. Got a customer, picked that out.
Yeah.
And then here's pick cards. We make them.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
And then necks in process.
Right. Nice.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Eric. How's he doing, his cameraman?
Oh, he's spectacular.
Here's the woodworking department.
Right.
Tell me. Here's where necks and bodies get final shaping and sanding.
Oh, yes.
Here's prior.
Mm-hmm.
You know, here's how we cut a Satacord.
Yeah.
Nice. Wow.
Oh, yes.
Look at that.
Oh, yes. Yeah, yes.
And let's see how much this weighs. Because that's... Oh, here it is. Remove the scale.
Mm-hmm. 3 pounds.
3.15. Do you believe that? In kg, 1.42.
Is that alder or is that what's the
No,
one?
this is ash.
Ash, right? Okay. Okay.
Oh, baby, this is gonna be a.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Just quickly, Lance. I'm just going to click back. This is Ash as well. I don't know if you can see me, Lance, or if you can only see yourself there. But this is the first guitar that I got from you, and this is Ash, and it's very, very light indeed. It's a fantastic piece of gear. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's Minerva, isn't it?
That's
I delivered
Minerva.
that to you in the studio at what was it? The steakhouse, wasn't it?
Oh, I can't remember. Oh no, the Minerva was the white one. The white one. This one. I picked this.
No, I delivered Minerva. Remember, we videotaped that.
That's right.
You were doing a record.
That's right. I wish we could get that footage.
You and me both.
It would be great because that was a great band.
Yeah. I'll look for it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so here's how bodies look when they're done.
Man.
Smooth and silky and creamy.
Yeah. Yes.
Sexy.
Yes, extremely good guitars.
Sexy. Here's guitars in paint right now.
Right.
Here's one of our Soledads.
Nice.
I'm going to do a hand rubbed sunburst on this.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that one. That's for a friend. And then guitars in process. Guitars being sanded in process of paint. Here's one of our XTs.
Yeah.
With a curly baked maple top.
Wonderful.
Ash back. And then guitars.
Oh, yeah.
Finish painting.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Some of these are, look at that. That's a modern guitar, as if you didn't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The shine. The
curly ash on the top of that.
Right.
Here's the edge of it, curly ash.
Wow.
Here's another modern with Zero Cote.
Yeah.
And then we've got two-post bridge, two-tone alder, ash, two-tone.
Yeah.
Oh, those are beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Really maple top.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
And then let's go in here. This here's a setup room.
Right.
This is where we set people up.
Yeah.
Check this one out.
Oh,
Baby.
that's amazing.
Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, that's amazing.
Curly neck.
Yeah.
Well, this one's going to Taiwan.
Right.
Kai Eastern in Taiwan.
So that's going to a player. That's not going to a store.
No, that is going to its store.
Right. Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, that's beautiful. I haven't tried some of these modern, more new guitars. Yeah. I haven't tried one of these more modern style guitars, but that looks absolutely terrific. I can have a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, I'd have a lot of fun watching you have a lot of fun. Here's this is odd.
Wow.
This is going to China.
Right. Yeah.
Handmade American products being exported to China.
The other way around, right? Yeah.
How crazy is that?
Yeah.
That's batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Curly baked maple, gold, very Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
You like this style?
Yeah.
Well, kind of like, it's almost like going into a Chinese restaurant, you know?
Yeah, right.
And then bird's eye.
Nice.
Baked.
Oh, wow.
Now on these, on the modern guitars, we do them either in poly or in nitro, depending on what people want. Mm-hmm. We don't generally do poly on vintage style instruments. Yeah. But on modern style, we do on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the setup station here.
Uh-huh.
Ed Lang is our setup guy.
Yes.
Formerly of ESP and Ibanez. He's been doing it a long time. He's good at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's the station for that.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to be doing some work. I'm supposed to be assembling this one today instead of talking to the likes of you.
Nice.
So this one I'm going to put together today. You see we're preparing the neck pocket.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's the neck.
Nice.
Oh, baby.
I have to, you know, it makes me want to come have a trip to Los Angeles and come and play some of these guitars.
Well, you know you're always welcome, Paul.
Yeah.
We love seeing and hanging out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe up to the ranch in Acton. You ever seen this thing? It's called the Desert.
Right.
It's not like Newcastle at all. The opposite of Newcastle.
Yeah, it doesn't look at all like Newcastle. We've got
No.
water here.
Water?
Yes, we've got water here.
It kind of falls from the sky out there, doesn't it?
All the time, yes.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
What a great thing. We have to pump it out of the ground. My water comes on a truck.
Right. Right.
They come up every month, bring 4,000 gallons and pump it into our tank.
Jesus. Well, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. Well, I mean, that's basically it, Lance. You know, I wanted my followers and viewers and friends on Facebook and YouTube to meet you and see the guitars, because people, every time I do a gig, every gig I ever do, at least one person asks me about the guitar. You know,
and that's exactly why I love you, Paul.
Yes. Oh, I'm delighted. I can't put my heart into something that I don't feel. You know, I can't put my heart into something that I don't feel committed to. You know, it's like saying you like something when really you don't is like really hard. It's really difficult. But saying you like something that you really, really like, or saying you love something that you really, really love, it's easy. It's sincere. It's authentic. You know. So I don't have any trouble promoting these guitars. Sorry?
Well, you know, like I say, having the likes of you doesn't do me any harm.
Great.
We love you, Paul.
Great, man.
And you are Paul Rose, the great. You know. Yeah, you're a phenomenon, Paul. I always thought so.
Great. Thank you very much. Well, Lance, I guess that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for your time and tolerating my inexperienced production values. But
well, I don't have to watch it, Paul.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm okay.
Yeah, I appreciate you. I appreciate you sparing your time with us, Lance, and I hope that everybody's.
No, thank you so much, Paul. It's great having you. Always great talking to you. We talk often.
We do.
Just like this.
So what I'm going to do, Lance, is I'm going to hit stop broadcast, and that'll kill the live stream. But you and I will stay in touch. You and I, it won't kill the line. It'll just kill the stream, kind of thing. So just want to say to everybody who's watching, this has been Lance Lerman, LSL Guitars, the man who makes the guitars that I play the best. Thank you very much, Lance, and thank you everybody for watching.
Care, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.